I feel like most people who try to present you with investment ideas are like this guy trying to sell you a blender.
Will it blend?
Hey there, my name is Steven Spicer, and my goal is to help you build your rapidly growing, highly diversified net worth one video at a time. And I'm going to do that today by helping you recognize incomplete investment advice. Once you're aware of this, it'll be super easy to spot and save you from leaping into stock picks that haven't been fully thought through. When I hear people recommend a stock, unfortunately most of them seem to be missing an essential part of the analysis process. Like, I could split the process in two, and they're just ignoring an entire half of the investment equation. They're so focused on the other part. It's pretty straightforward and obvious too, and after I bring it to your attention, I bet you notice it all the time, and I hope you'll tell me about it in the comments. You see, I hear people, friends and investment gurus alike, list off all the reasons they love a particular stock. The company is rapidly growing. It's in an innovative industry, something that'll be huge in the future, AI, flying cars, whatever. It has a solid economic moat, experienced management, significant margins, the list goes on and on. A company could have all of those things, and that's great, but that's still only half of the equation. Unfortunately, I'm afraid the other half is often simply forgotten or ignored. I just bought shares of this stock because it has all these awesome things going for it. I hear that all the time from people picking stocks. But if that's the extent of their investment analysis, they won't be successful long term. They're missing that entire other half of the equation.
It's kind of a big deal.
Take that blender from earlier. It's an amazing blender, right? Pretty impressive. It can blend pretty much anything you could possibly want. So what do you say? You want to buy one? You don't have enough information, right? You know that it's awesome, but is the price worth its awesomeness? If you don't ever assess and evaluate the price, you can't accurately make that call. If that blender was $10,000, would you feel like it was worth your investment? Hopefully not. Even at its regular price, I believe it sells for around $1,000. Is the value you're going to receive from it worth that $1,000 to you? Maybe. Mine was like $100 and can blend any food that I could possibly want, but to each his own. But now you have both parts of the equation and can make a reasonable assessment. Is this amazing blender going to bring you enough value to justify this price tag? If you don't have any idea about what it's worth, how can you know if you're getting a good deal or grossly overpaying? The same is true for a stock. An analysis of simply how great a business is without an accompanying analysis of what it's actually worth and how much it currently sells for is just an observation of a good company. It's not an investment thesis. Without that essential other part, you just can't know if you're getting a good deal on the stock or if you're grossly overpaying, good company or otherwise. If all that information, that long list of reasons you like a particular company, if all that is already priced in, then maybe it's not quite as good a deal as you thought. Or what if the stock price is more expensive than you think those attributes should be worth, as good as they are? You can't know that unless you determine a fair value for those attributes, for the company, and compare that figure to its current price tag. Like that blender, there is a price that would make it a bad deal for you. That absolutely doesn't mean it's a bad blender. It can be a good blender and not worth its price to you at the same time. But we can take this analogy even further to drive home my personal investment philosophy. I know that if I want a top-of-the-line blender like that, I'm not going to get the best deal from the manufacturer. They know what it's worth. Instead, I'm going to seek out a place where no one really knows its true value, where it might just be mispriced. Maybe an estate sale, for example, and I'll get mine for $80. Now, that's a good blender and a good price. Maybe it's a good investment too, if I were to flip it. But the same goes for companies. A good company does not necessarily equal a good investment. You have to consider how much you'll have to pay for it and how that compares to its actual fair value. And if you want to find good companies at a deep value, well, I have a video coming out on Ryan Scribner's channel next week that dives deep into that very subject. It's pretty epic, so keep an eye out. And if you're not already subscribed over there, go subscribe to his channel. And I hope you'll show me some support over there as well. I really appreciate it. But I want you to listen for this now. Next time somebody tells you about a stock to buy, listen carefully for that assessment of fair value and how that compares to its current price. If that part's missing, and I think you'll be surprised how often it is, you don't have enough information to make an informed decision about whether or not it's a good stock to buy, and neither do they. I look forward to reading about your personal experiences with this in the comments. Now, if you found this helpful or just enjoyed seeing an iPhone in a blender, please don't forget to leave me a like and share it with others who might enjoy it as well. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.